In 1999, Lauryn Hill broke Grammy records and barriers. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill became the first hip-hop-centric project to win Album of the Year. It debuted at #1, selling over 422,000 copies in its first week, and later went 8 times platinum in the US, over 12 million worldwide. It was more than just numbers. It was honest, genre-blending, and spiritually charged. Lauryn mixed rap, soul, reggae, and gospel into something deeply personal. Doo-Wop That Thing hit #1, but the album's power came from tracks like X Factor, To Zion, and Nothing Even Matters. Lauryn produced most of the project herself and earned 10 Grammy nominations, winning 5, including Best New Artist and Best R&B Song. At the time, no woman had ever won that many in one night. This album didn't just elevate hip-hop, it redefined the boundaries of female expression in mainstream music. It was bold, political, romantic, and spiritual all at once. The win proved the Grammys could honor emotional complexity in hip-hop, not just technical skill or sales. Lauryn didn't just deserve the trophy, she shifted what the genre could be. By 2009, Lil Wayne had already flooded the game with mixtapes, guest features, and Billboard charting singles, but the Carter III turned all that momentum into something undeniable. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and sold over 1 million copies in its first week, an almost mythic stat in the digital era. The album would go on to sell over 6 million copies worldwide. Songs like A Milli, Lollipop, and Mr. Carter showcased Wayne's ability to balance chart success with raw technical ability and wild experimentation. That year, he beat out Jay-Z, American Gangster, Nas, Untitled, T.I., Paper Trail, and Lupe Fiasco, The Cool, but none had the same cultural presence Wayne had in 2008. He delivered over 70 guest verses that year, reshaping what it meant to be prolific. His style, wordplay-heavy, auto-tuned, off-kilter, was divisive, but entirely unique. The Carter III wasn't flawless, but it was fearless. And it captured a moment where Wayne wasn't just the best rapper alive, he was the biggest. In 2017, Chance the Rapper made history without selling a single album. Coloring Book, his third mixtape, became the first streaming-only project to win a Grammy, taking home Best Rap Album. The tape dropped exclusively on Apple Music in 2016, debuting at #8 on the Billboard 200 based solely on streaming numbers. It marked a turning point in how albums were consumed and rewarded. But it wasn't just a tech milestone. Coloring Book fused gospel, soul, and joyful rap into something deeply optimistic. Songs like No Problem, Blessings, and Same Drugs were full of choir-backed hooks and spiritual themes. Chance celebrated fatherhood, faith, independence, and he did it all without a label. He beat out Kanye West, The Life of Pablo, Drake, Views, Schoolboy Q, Blank Face LP, and DJ Khaled, Major Key. It was a major win for indie artistry and genre fusion. Chance used his Grammy moment to shout out God, his team, and the future of streaming artists. It was messy, hopeful, and entirely authentic. The Academy didn't just honor a project, they recognized a shift in how music could be made, released, and celebrated. Jay-Z had already made noise in hip-hop with Reasonable Doubt and In My Lifetime, but it was Volume 2, Hard Knock Life, that made him a mainstream icon. The album dropped in September 1998 and debuted at #1, eventually going 5 platinum in the US. The title track flipped an Annie Broadway sample into a street anthem and became Jay's biggest single to date. The album balanced commercial success with lyrical density. Tracks like Can I Get a, Money, Cash, Hoes, and In What, In Who brought different energies, but stayed focused. With production from Timbaland, Swiss Beats, and DJ Premier, Volume 2 set the blueprint for Jay's future sound. Street smart, radio ready, and strategically curated. In 1999, it won Best Rap Album, beating out Big Pun, A Tribe Called Quest, Mace, and Jermaine Dupri. It was Jay's first Grammy, even though he famously boycotted the show that year in protest of its treatment of rap categories. Even with that absence, the win mattered. Volume 2 proved that Jay could dominate both the charts and the culture. And for once, the Grammys acknowledged it. Missy Elliott has always existed a few years ahead of everyone else. In 2003, she released Under Construction, an album dedicated to preserving the essence of old-school hip-hop while pushing its sound forward. The project featured hits like Gossip Folks, Back in the Day, and most importantly, Work It, a global smash that flipped, reversed, and warped every rule in the book. Work It won Best Female Rap Solo Performance, but the album wasn't nominated for Best Rap Album, a decision still questioned today. Under Construction debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and went double platinum. Its production, handled largely by Timbaland, blended futuristic beats with throwback soul. Missy's flow was playful and sharp, and her music videos made her a cultural force beyond music alone. The album was a love letter to hip-hop and a reminder that women could be both funny and fierce while making timeless work. Missy never needed validation, but she deserved more than she got from the Academy that year. Even if the award category didn't match, the project still stands as one of the most influential rap albums of the 2000s. In 2006, Ludacris surprised a lot of people. He dropped Release Therapy, a more serious, introspective album than his usual club-ready catalog. The project debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and included chart toppers like Moneymaker, featuring Pharrell, and the deeply personal Runaway Love with Mary J. Blige. It was his first project to show clear emotional depth, not just punchlines and party tracks. At the 2007 Grammys, it won Best Rap Album, beating out T.I.'s King, Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor, Pharrell's In My Mind, and The Roots' Game Theory. While the competition was tight, Ludacris's growth was hard to ignore. He had evolved from punchline rapper to an artist tackling real-world issues without losing the charisma that made him a star. Some critics called it his mature album, but it wasn't boring. The beats hit, the features landed, and the lyrics finally leaned into vulnerability. The win wasn't just a nod to Release Therapy. It was a reward for taking risks in a genre that often punishes change. By 1995, Queen Latifah was already a force, blending music, acting, and activism in equal parts. Her song Unity tackled street harassment, domestic violence, and misogyny in rap with directness and grace. It earned her a Grammy for Best Rap Solo Performance, making her the first woman to win in the category. The track came from her third album, Black Rain, released in 1993. The song didn't just resonate with women. It challenged male listeners to reflect, and radio stations embraced it despite its heavy themes. Unity cracked the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of her signature tracks. Latifah's win didn't just represent personal triumph, it symbolized a wider shift in hip-hop, where social consciousness and gender equality were finally being spotlighted. It proved that rap could be feminist, thoughtful, and award-worthy all at once. For a genre so often criticized for its treatment of women, this Grammy meant something real. In 1997, Bone Thugs-n-Harmony won Best Rap Performance by a duo or group for The Crossroads, their haunting tribute to fallen friend and mentor Eazy-E. The song topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 8 straight weeks and went double platinum, proving that melodic rap could resonate just as much as hardcore bars. The track came from E! 1999 Eternal, an album that introduced Bone Thugs' rapid-fire flows and melodic hooks to a national audience. The Crossroads wasn't just a hit, it was spiritual, mournful, and universal. The fusion of harmony and grief gave the song a power few others matched at the time. Bone Thugs beat out Tupac, A Tribe Called Quest, and others for the award. The win was emotional, unexpected, and absolutely deserved. It marked a rare Grammy moment where creativity and vulnerability were both honored, and it solidified the Cleveland Group's place in hip-hop history. Not every Grammy win makes sense, but these did. They changed the rules. They pushed sound, culture, and expectations forward. If we miss one you think deserved the spotlight, drop it in the comments. Hit like if you enjoyed this breakdown, and subscribe if you want more stories like this. Turn on notifications, and we'll catch you in the next one.